Hey ladies, it's Saturday night and you know what that means. You want to get away. Single Moms Lifestyle presents the Saturday Night Getaway.
Hello.
Hello, beautiful. How are you?
Hello. I am wonderful. Psych, but I'm good.
Right.
Hey, everybody. Yes. You are tuned into Single Moms to Wives Saturday Night Getaway Sleepover. And I am your host, Queen G, sitting here with my beautiful co host, Miss Simply Lorraine.
Hey,
And Satar is joining us tonight. Say hi, everybody. My
hi,
grandbaby.
Satar.
Say hi, everybody. So we're having a sleepover. It's sleepover September. It is social media September. So we just laid back. We decided since we have a late show, this would be something really cool to add in. We can relax and chill. And I hope you guys will join us. Pull up a beanbag, slide in your bed or your ottoman, whatever it is that you got, your couch. Kick your feet up, grab your blanket, and this is where we are going to be. Um, so, if it is your first time tuning in, thank you. We are here every Saturday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. Central. And for everybody that has been following us, we appreciate you. We love you. We thank you for sticking this out with us. We have been doing this. We started on the radio in 2015, and now we are podcasting live, safe, social distancing, and all that good stuff. And so you can find us here every Saturday night if it's your first time. We'll be here. YouTube, Facebook Live, as well as hopefully coming Instagram. We tried it before, there was a little technical issue, so we'll work out the kinks with that later. Happy birthday to everyone in September. We had some
Yes.
birthdays, like whoop, whoop. One special birthday in particular that sticks out. First and foremost is my mother, Arnitha Johnson. Happy birthday to my mom on Monday, but it's her weekend.
Yes.
So happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday.
mom. Happy birthday to my mother that abandoned me tonight. She went to get my medicine. So I have a sinus infection. Nothing new with me. Jamal always says, my cousin Jamal always says that I need to go in a bubble. So So anyhow, that's why I sound like this. But also, my mom went and got my medicine, right? And then my sister, my one and only sister, Brandy, took her to the fair with my medicine. I'm like, bro, like I'm sitting here for real, y'all. Tissue clogged up in my nose. Ignorant. What you say, Simple Lorraine? Extra. Read all about it.
Yes. Yes.
I'm
So
very
extra.
theatrical. But
Yes.
nevertheless, I love my mommy and happy birthday to you. And then my nephew, Malcolm Jr., happy birthday. Big man. He think he my daddy. He was like, I don't have social media because I'm not 13 yet, and I'm waiting for my TT to call me. So when
Oh,
I picked up the phone and called him yesterday, he must have been like, hello. I'm like, boy. So happy birthday, Junior. Auntie love you. Happy birthday, Jamal.
okay.
Not just that is close son, my nephew. He just turned 15. So big Maul in the house. Happy birthday, baby. We
Yes.
love you. Then we had Royal. Like it is so many birthdays.
Yes. It's
Happy
a ton of birthdays
Royal
in
Joy,
September.
TT baby, TT Princess. And I think who else? Uncle Kirby. Was his yeah, he just had a birthday. Uh who else? I don't know. Whoever I'm missing, charge it to my head and not my heart. But happy birthday to everyone in the month of September. You have any
Exactly.
birthdays?
Yes, ma'am. Let's see. It started out this month with one of my best friends, Ashley.
Okay, Ashley.
Ashley
Ashley,
Clark.
you
Her,
know.
well, actually Trump. Let me quit saying Clark because she is
Yeah,
Mrs.
yeah.
Trump now. Let me get that all the way together.
Right, right.
And we had her brother. His birthday was a few days after her, Corey's.
Oh,
So,
wow.
and then we had, let's see, who else's birthday did I have pop up? It was my great niece Alexa, my oldest nephew's daughter. Her birthday was this month.
Okay.
Then we had my little brother's son, my nephew Kasir. His birthday was a couple
Oh,
days ago.
September is
Yeah,
jumping.
September is jam packed. Then my cousin, one of my favorite little cousins, Spencer, her birthday was a couple days ago. So
Oh,
yeah,
wow. It was
yeah, her
jumping.
birthday was on my grandma's birthday. On our grandma's birthday.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you had about as many as I did.
Yeah, it's a lot of.
Well, as we did collectively. Some of our birthdays are collective. So, um,
Mhm.
that's good. So happy birthday to everyone. I cannot believe September done went by really, 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 really fast.
Yeah, and I was like in quarantine for half of it.
True. You know what? I want you to tell your own business. Cause
I'm so glad you allowed me to tell
I
my
have
own
the
business.
habit of just minding the business that pay me in my own business.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I'm back
But
to minding my business. So
yeah, I mean, hey, listen, I don't feel like COVID's going nowhere anytime soon. So everybody acting like it's a, I mean, I guess it's another form of flu that just be doing its own thing.
so COVID paid you a visit.
Yeah, it did, and it was
How was
very
it?
strange.
It was strange.
Yes,
I
ma'am, it
heard
was
that.
strange, is what I'm gonna say. It was very
Yeah,
much strange.
yeah.
Yeah, I had never had the flu or anything before, so when I knew something was wrong, like the first day that it hit, I'm like, what is it? But it was almost like I felt like I could, if I got some rest, it'll go away. I could sleep it off, and that's what happened.
And I keep
Like
hearing,
I went to sleep, and the next day I was good. Like I was very blessed during the situation. God had me. That's all it is for me. It was God for me.
yeah,
I don't know about
period.
nobody else, but for
Yeah,
me, it's God for me because
yeah.
my symptoms were very mild.
Okay.
Outside of making sure I needed to keep others safe by staying away from
Anyway, quarantine.
others, staying
Yeah.
in the house, quarantining myself. But them last what 5 days did I stay in the house? No. Did I go
Uh-huh.
around people? No, I didn't. So if you
Right.
get the cabin fever, listen, get in your car. If it's nice outside, roll your windows down and go for a ride.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Get you some fresh
Okay.
air.
Okay.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Get you
yeah,
some
yeah.
fresh air. Go
Absolutely.
for your
Absolutely.
ride. I'm not saying go to your favorite store. I'm not saying go run in and out of the gas stations, in and out of the stores. No, nothing like that. But just
Quarantine, but stay moving.
quarantine. Yeah, stay moving,
Because I
and
do
that
keep
helped a
hearing
lot.
that the biggest thing is that it makes you feel really fatigued.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
first day I
I
felt like something was trying to steal my energy. I
get nappy.
don't know.
Energy nap.
It was. I did. I felt like something was literally trying to zap my energy, and then like, don't get me wrong, like it didn't. Like of course, I was more fatigued than normal. You know
Uh-huh.
what I'm saying? Like, say I get up early in the morning or whatever. After about what 5-6 hours of me moving around doing whatever in the house, going on the porch, going on the back porch, whatever. Yeah, I might have needed a nap. I might have had to go lay down somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
But other than that,
I feel like you did wonderful, but we go right to the herbs, like boom.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But and then, for everybody, just this whole thing out here, I'm not saying get a shot. I'm not saying don't, but it seems like the more and more this thing has been around and the more and more I'm hearing about it, guess what? If it's coming for you, it's gonna get you. That's just all it is to it.
Yeah. And then again, we know, not to make this a COVID segment, but we do know that, at the end of the day, God is in control.
Yes,
Uh,
ma'am.
we do want to send out our condolences to all of the families that have lost loved ones, who were stricken by the virus, the illness, and unfortunately did not, uh, were not able to tell the story that you told. So
Yes, ma'am.
it's definitely a blessing to be able to tell the story that how you made it over. You
Yes,
know,
ma'am.
um,
Because I
again,
have
we
lost a cousin like last week. She actually passed from COVID.
yeah, yeah,
Really, I mean, the only advice I could really give somebody is once that cough come, pay attention.
yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah,
it really was like a cough a
yeah.
couple days before I even felt like I was losing energy.
Right, right. I'm so glad that you're still here with us.
Me
You,
too.
you beat that thing down, and yeah, we're gonna go ahead and try to keep up with all of our daily herbal essentials.
Man, tell me about it. You laugh. Woo,
Essential.
it's almost like you don't have time to do nothing else. Well, I won't say you don't have time to do nothing else, but once you really change your diet and
Yeah.
you stick with that type of
It
stuff, man,
becomes,
you really
yeah, it becomes first nature for me. Like
yeah.
I get up and I'll do my coffee, but I also do my elderberry. You know what I mean? I'll do my, like, now with my sinuses. This is my season, so I'm like I said, it's nothing new with me. My doctor knows what to do. He's like boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? Then I got my herbs on the side. I will go to the doctor. You know what I mean? Because again, I don't want the drainage to set here, you know what I mean, and create a haven for this other mess. So I just,
Mhm.
but I have my hawthorn berries, which I do, you know what I'm saying, as a herbal supplement to add to, whatever the steroid I might take to try to keep this strong. So it's just a lot of different things. I do my water, my alkaline water. So it's just a lot of stuff that I do to try to, just stay do my part. I got to do my part. So
Yes, ma'am.
yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
but we gonna get into this segment. So that would be. I can't lie. I'm finna lie on you. I was gonna lie on you, but I can't lie. So last week's segment, we actually were going to talk about this proposal. And for everybody watching, please like and share, because this September and probably going into October, we're going to do social media month. What is social media month? It's basically where there's all these quotes and memes that people post that actually spark really good conversation. So I thought it would be really dope for us to just kind of, just kind of be able to, kind of build off of these quotes and post, and do segments on them. So if you guys have any that you think or suggest we should do, you can email us, or if you want to be on the show, email us at singlemomslifestyleradio@gmail.com. And we'll definitely take it into consideration, and we would love to have you on the show. So we're going to do this topic where the proposal. So there
Mhm.
was a,
You want go ahead.
you got it pulled up?
Yeah. There's
Okay.
a man that proposed to his woman with a receipt for her it was 70K in student loans debt being paid off in full in place of a ring. She thanks him, but says she still requires a ring before getting married. What is she? A,
Ah,
reasonable, B, ungrateful, C, smart, D, dumb.
good night.
Okay,
You
let's
know
go.
what? I had to holler at the part where they said, "What is she?"
That's
So I responded to this, and I'm actually gonna republish it, guys, on the page. That's what I'm looking down for now. Excuse me. Uh, I literally, I literally responded to this, and I don't even remember what my response is because, honey, mine's be off the top of the dome most times. But I know that the question for me is not what is she. The question for me is what's his next move. You know what
baby.
I
Listen,
mean?
that's where my head went. Like, hello.
She just showed you what she was. What is his next move? So I'm actually gonna go be very transparent and go a little deep with this particular conversation because it has come up before in my life. Satar, can you go night night? So it has come up before in my life with a homegirl of mine that she does, and to each his own. Again, we're not professionals, just our opinion. But she values the ring, not only the ring, but um the cost of the ring. You can't just get her any old kind of ring. Now I'm talking about somebody that wants, like, a whole $10,000-$20,000 ring. You understand? But this ain't you ain't that. You understand? You ain't living that kind of lifestyle, baby, where you can wear a $20,000 ring on your finger. You understand? And that's how I see that. Like, priorities in order. You don't what if I got $70,000 in student loans, you're not giving me a $20,000 ring on my finger. Baby, please by all means pay off those student loans, because for me what it signifies is she's not able to see the protector in him, the provider in him. He's literally setting her up. You understand what I'm saying? To be able to make major moves with getting $70,000 worth of student loans paid off, i.e., a loan. Anybody that understands credit, that translates as $70,000 worth of a trade paid off.
Yeah.
It makes sense to me. I'm here for him. But she thanks him and still wants a ring. Check. Listen, me and my husband literally were not even going to get rings. So I'm not putting on for the paparazzi. I just, a ring, I understand what it symbolizes. And I understand, that everybody, not that I don't value my marriage because I don't have a ring or I didn't want a ring. We different. So we were gonna do tats, or I didn't have to have a ring. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do this. No, no, just no. Okay, you go ahead, cause no for me, bro. I'm gonna leave
I
you for.
mean that like the next move really is his. It just lets him. I don't know. I mean, considering that he asked her to marry him, does he know? I mean, one thing I have to ask myself: did he know this about her already? I mean, that's something maybe you should, that they value, I guess. And I'm not even gonna say materialistic things, because who's to say that she ain't been wanting a wedding ring since she was a little girl? This ain't something she's been, you know, I won't say fantasizing about, but dreaming about since she was younger. So, but most definitely the next move is up to him, because I feel like that's a gesture that was not only setting her up, but setting them up to live a prosperous and debt free life together. So, most definitely. we're having some technical difficulties right now. So, but yeah, I most definitely think that asking for a ring, as far as for me, that wouldn't have been my next move, personally.
Well, we're still live. You muted, boo.
Oh, okay. Here we go, and we're all.
And action. Listen, baby, the way our life's set up right now, we're gonna keep it moving. Sorry, y'all.
Yes.
We
So
do
as I
apologize.
was saying, is
Go ahead,
that
go ahead.
that's
The devil do us like that all the time, don't he? We used to.
Yeah, he do. He was gone. Anyway,
Come on,
most
baby.
definitely that wouldn't have been my next move, is saying I still required a ring. That's just me personally.
Why?
Because that was a gesture that not only would be setting me up to be like almost like a restart, a fresh start.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Getting
yeah,
rid
yeah.
of that type of loan. You know what I'm saying? Even if I had other debt, whether it be credit card debt, little bit of stuff out there that was affecting my credit, to have the biggest chunk of it taken off. And knowing that not only I would have seen it personally as knowing not only was he setting me up to be all right, he was setting us up to live a debt-free life. Like any debt we incurred was because we wanted to. It wasn't that we're trying to play catch up, or like that's a whole nother ball game. That's a whole nother ballpark. You know what I'm saying? That's allowing, if say, okay, just for the heck of it, say I did want a ring. I would have rather had a ring that cost that. Say, obviously he could afford it. $70,000 worth of that is gone. You know what I'm saying? But
I wouldn't
with
allow.
my credit being like, let's say that I'm this person, I'm gonna put myself in her shoes. Well, if that's the type of stuff I'm wanting, it would click for me that personally that allows us to have everything I want. So say I do want a $70,000 ring, $100,000 car, a $500,000, $600,000 house, or $1 million home. That puts us in the position to have all those things.
And
If
I
my
guess
credit's right, as well as his. Because if he did that for me, then he's already good in the game. He's just trying to get me right.
Prayerfully, that's it. And he ain't one of them, but
I'm just saying.
and that's why I said, and I love your perspective on it, because I could be a billionaire. He could be a billionaire. That's not something that I value to wear $70,000 on a ring or 10 or 20. No. Do you understand what I'm saying? I just value something different. Put it in a business, put it in a trust fund, get, you know what I'm saying? Something for my grandkids, a certificate, life insurance. At 41, my mindset is totally different. You know what I mean? And when I say that, I mean that humbly, you know what I'm saying, as transparent as I can be. That's not something that I value, because I want to say that my life, you know what I mean, just Gosh, I done been. We understand that that ain't it. At 41, that's not it. Now, maybe there's some missing pieces of this information. Maybe we didn't get her age. We don't know her background. We don't know.
Hopefully this is just really a very hypothetical question. Like hopefully this really,
It is very, and I mean seriously.
but it's, I guess it really isn't that unlikely that that could happen though.
So let's go back to these people are hilarious. So they said, "What is she?" If we entertain that,
What
they
is she?
said reasonable, ungrateful, smart, or dumb. And if you're just now tuning in because we did lose our signal, it's all right. What we are discussing is social media quotes and posts that people put up. And this particular hot topic is the one where a man proposes to his woman with the receipt of her $70,000 student loan debt being paid in full in place of a ring. She thanks him, but says she still requires a ring before getting married. And of course, in the post, they say, "What is she? Reasonable, ungrateful, smart, or dumb?"
I say neither. She's just her.
Thank you.
She just,
Thank you.
that's just what she requires.
She is who she is. It's just that simple.
She exactly. She's herself.
Yeah, she is, and that's the one thing that I am learning. God is teaching me. He teaching me. I didn't say I learned. I get it, but he's teaching me. People are who they are. We got to stop being mad and want to label people and want to do all of this stuff that, and I quote, we do. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Because it's different. Their mindset is different. Their upbringing is different. You know what I mean? Who they are is just different.
Well, we
You know,
always requiring or hoping. I would say sometimes I've found myself upset throughout life sometimes and feeling like, well, I had to accept the fact that other people aren't me just because I would do this or I would do that or I would respond this way or act this way. Expecting me out of other people is just, it was just silly. Because guess what? I'm me and they are them. God created me the way he created me and he created them the way that he created them. I mean, yes, some things we can change, but at the end of the day, and some of those qualities I had to gain after a little bit of wisdom and I grew up some.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Like, talk.
Thank you. And I will say that there are other areas in my life where I may be quote unquote considered, shallow or vain and you know what I mean, and other aspects. So I don't want to judge her. I'm just talking about me in particular when it comes to something like this. It ain't my thing. Like it don't make me or break me. And then having been married, well, let me say this, being married, for the first time and have been married for 5 years. Baby, the ring is the least of your focus. You understand? It's the least of your concern, boo boo kitty. It is because
that's what they tell us. That's what, you know what I mean? Unless you got some people around you and you got a little bit of wisdom around you, that's what we sitting around fantasizing as young people like, oh, it's gonna be this way, or when I grow up, life's gonna be like this, or when I grow up, I'm gonna be the manager, I'm gonna be the boss, and then you're forgetting that they're human too. Like they get to make their own decisions as well. So it's not gonna go exactly how you want it to.
And I'm so glad and thankful that now I really have a different appreciation and value the order that Corey and I did our marriage, which was we put the marriage before the ceremony and all of the bedazzle and bling and you know what I'm saying? All of
Mm-hmm.
that. And I absolutely had a blast planning it
Mm-hmm.
because just literally my dad's side of the family mostly. There's gifts and talents on both sides of my family, but my dad's side of the family is that DIY side. So I had a blast putting it together. And when I tell you pennies on a dollar, like we did a really, I mean, it was a little costly, you know what I'm saying, but nothing extreme. It wasn't hundreds of thousands of dollars. You know what I'm saying?
It
But
was fun.
it
I
was
said it was fun. Them few days I was there, we
it
was
was
rolling in.
yes,
We
just putting
was
everything
rolling in.
together. And you can have that dream, which is my point. You can have that dream, but
Mm-hmm.
still be practical. You know what I mean? That life goes on. Um, and I don't really, I honestly, the ring is so minute. The ring is the least of your concern. You know what I mean? A lot of
Yeah.
people, and then you got to think throughout the years. Some people is tradition that they, on those milestone anniversaries, like maybe 5 or what have you, they will upgrade the ring. So if you didn't bought me, $70,000, and we just say if she want another ring on top of $70,000, because for me, when she says she still requires a ring, the $70,000 in student loans that was paid is considered in place of the ring, right? So we just gonna
Yeah.
say he gave her a paper ring for $70,000. So
Yeah.
he gotta out. You know what I mean? Like, sweetie, what you thinking? He's so Nick. What you supposed to get a
Well,
hundred
who's to say he wasn't gonna give her a ring? How she know that on that day at the altar she might not have got something
thousand?
else on her
I
finger?
was prepared to show you the kind of ring I would have gave her. It's the lollipop ring. Yes.
You so petty. You so petty. You talking about now if this is what was truly said, they'd have had a whole fit. You
Oh,
gave
help.
them a lollipop ring. You talk about
Who's gave
having
you
a
a
whole
lollipop
convention fit.
ring?
Absolutely not.
I'm giving her
Absolutely
a
not.
lollipop ring. Cause they do it too much. Like they really are.
Yes,
They do
ma'am.
it way too much. And I can't like that right there. So do you what do you think his response was?
I don't know. I wouldn't have dignified that with a response. I just wouldn't have said nothing.
You gotta tell her something.
No, I don't.
So what you just act like she didn't say it?
Yeah, I might. At least for a day or two. I got to make sure that I got the proper response. That
That makes sense. We have
my
to tell
response is not rude and disrespectful.
viewers. You have to give me your opinion on this. So again, if you just now tuned it in, please like and share. Uh, but we have a man the post that circulated, and it's nothing new. We're just doing a September social media sleepover. So we have a man that proposed to his fiance with
Mhm.
a paid off $70,000 student loan in place of a ring. She thanked him, but said she still required a ring. What are your opinions about the question is what is she? Reasonable, ungrateful, stupid or dumb? Was it stupid or dumb?
Yeah. The last one was
They
dumb.
ignorant. This was the post. We didn't say this. So, and our my opinion is I just think that maybe she hasn't matured to a season or level where she can understand beyond the surface of what it looks like. She doesn't understand the provision. She doesn't understand. Brandy
Okay,
said
so
she wants
well,
Brandy said she wants to be lonely.
lonely, right?
Yeah, I'm with you
And
on
Miss
that.
Esther said all of them.
And the lyric said all of them. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I just
Yeah.
think, lyric is
But you know what that
actually
reminds me of? It reminds me of something that was circulating on the internet years ago, maybe a year or two ago, where a girlfriend had bought her boyfriend a apartment complex, I think, or got him some property for his birthday.
uh-huh.
And he would have rather had a watch. That was his, like, he was like, what did you get this for? I would have rather had a watch. Not understanding, dog. She just gave you the she just gave you access to being able to buy yourself several watches over the
Several
next few
watches.
years. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
And,
yeah.
and let's not I wanted to say again, he wants to be now she wants to be lonely. He
Lonely
wants to
too.
be lonely too, right?
Yeah.
But a lyric, she's actually a college student that understands the importance in those student loans being paid off. Something Brandon is has yet to learn.
Mm-hmm.
We understand it. Brady Marks that commented, she understands. Those students listen, help on today, Jesus. Go ahead and do that. I'm here for it.
Yes, ma'am.
And me love you long time. Cause I understand.
You
Help
know
me,
what?
Jesus. They don't go nowhere. Do you hear me? Nowhere.
Absolutely do not.
I just want to white them out my life, but I can't.
Right.
So that is truly a blessing. But what I was going to say is we can't it's not the same as misunderstanding people's love language. So you have
Mm-hmm.
people that you may go and my husband's like this. I'm just talking about him tonight. So you have people like him. He's simple. I may want to go do, y'all know me, I'm theatrical. I like to do everything grandiose sometimes, but still on a budget. And it may not be something that, not that he doesn't appreciate it, you know what I'm saying? But he may simply just want t shirt and socks. Like, cliche as it may sound for a man gift, he's cool with that. And I had to learn stop doing what I want to do, you know what I mean? Because it's cheaper to do what he actually like. That's one thing. But in this scenario, either way it goes, he would have had to guess on the kind of ring she liked, one that she would have been, you know what I'm saying, happy with, one that would have fit, blase squad. And he did something. I think it took a lot of him being attentive, especially talking about fiance. So a lot of him being attentive in an area in her life where he could have made the biggest impact. $70,000 paid off student loans. She won't be lonely. I do agree.
Yeah.
Just
Baby,
want to be
listen.
lonely. Lyric said she just got the email today. Yes, they are Lyric. They're already sending them, and then they're
Mhm.
talking about it's not coming back till January. Can y'all let me still live my best life and my credit right now? before y'all just, they jumping the gun. I do understand. So I think that she really and again, I want to say maturity level, but then you see, I don't know how old she was. So, because
Yeah.
lyric is on here. Are you 24, lyric? I think so.
It
Maybe
don't matter how old she was. It was if like
it's just life hit differently, and again, people value
yeah.
different things.
Well, I
So
guess it really depends on the situation because say you are a college student, but you're blessed to have your parents pay for a lot of stuff, whether it be apartment, whether it give you gas money, buying your food. If you're not really coming out of pocket,
you don't
then
value that.
you don't value something like
And,
that.
and and that's what my
If
hope would
you haven't
be.
experienced really, you know what I'm saying, understanding that, yeah, somebody paid off $70,000 in debt, but I mean, it could be as simple as somebody saying, well, you could have just gave me $70,000 in cash then.
No, now we ain't gonna do that.
No, but I'm just saying, you know
Because
what I'm saying? Like, but you just said doing what somebody wants versus what you want to do.
right. But then there is that gesture in this scenario where, like you said earlier, he was setting them both up.
Oh,
You
most
understand?
definitely.
For financial stability. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And putting them both on the road to financial freedom.
Yeah.
One less thing that you are, you know what I'm saying, basically financially a slave to, you know what I mean? Because they own you, they own your credit and every move that you can possibly make until they getting their money. Ain't no way
Hmm.
around it. Like it just ain't no. I was praying to the good Lord above. I said, well, Jesus, since they not gonna give us a fourth stimulus, and they not gonna give us a fourth PPP, can we get, or was it three? Two or three? Listen, can we at least just buy Uncle Biden, Uncle B, I, then? You know what I'm saying? Hey, Como, can you, Kamala, what's her name? Kamala, can you just go and write these student loans off? That's the least you could do for us peasants, okay? Because y'all didn't give us a whole lot of money like all the other countries. I just want to be, the student
Baby, we in America. That's all I can say about that.
the
Welcome to
student loan.
America.
Let us
Like,
live.
like absolutely.
They have this student access loan where my baby went to school in
Mhm.
a historical black college. This student access loan is literally one that will affect your credit while you're in school. You know how you take out a student loan and then you graduate and then they give you 6 months to pay it back after you graduate? Mm-mm. This was messing with my baby's credit while she was in school. Absurd.
Wow.
And let me just say, if not even for me, when you're talking about, young adults, and I do mean like early 20s, you know what I mean? And their education is already affecting their credit. She said the school just got ghetto. They
Yeah,
really did.
straight up ghetto.
And it was very disappointing and heartbreaking because again, this is a historical black college. And I expected them not to set these kids up for that kind of failure. They're taking out, I mean, from FAFSA, you know what I mean? They're getting the grants on top of additional loans on top of student. So it's like four different loans, you know what I mean? That these three to four that these young lives had to take out. And I'm like, come on. So I know I'm going back to the point where you said I don't really think it also has anything to do so much with age. I agree with you on that. It just
Mhm.
depends on, like you said, experience and what you value. I'm hoping that they have, or whoever, in a real life scenario, if this was a real life scenario, which I'm sure it has been maybe somewhere in life, I pray that these people, male, female, whoever, have real good support system. Cause my mom, I could hit listen. I can hear my mama right now. Girls, you a fool. If you don't take that paid off student loan, I can hear my family right now, my sister, my, you know what I'm saying? Like, people would understand. And even if I didn't get it, oh, they would be in my ear like, have you lost your mind? Do you
Yeah.
not know what this is? Yeah, they would
Mm-hmm.
be in my ear because all of us at some point have had student loans, and we know the value of having them paid all the way off.
Yes, ma'am.
You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of it has to do with mindset. And like you said, you were saying something about, maybe not ever having the responsibility
Mm-hmm.
of, you know, having to pay a student loan or having to be responsible in school or what have you. But not valuing credit. I think that's another thing that we really have to touch on. And I want to actually do a show. I got a couple of people I need to figure out who that I want to bring on and really be able to discuss the importance in, you know, especially much younger, being able to be intentional about your credit. And one thing we know is that your credit score is a roller coaster. It's gonna go up, it's gonna go down, it's gonna go up, it's gonna go down. But to be intentional about it, that's the most important thing. Hey, big girl. And so you really do. You want to. I think that she's missing some things. So I don't think I like you said. You want to be able to have the right response.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't say nothing. Like I mean, I couldn't honestly say that if I was right there in a situation like that in real life and just say I was just even witnessed it and that was the response in front of people.
Yeah,
Man, I probably had to walk away.
You took the words out of my mouth. So I was
I
gonna
probably
say,
had to walk away from it, or more than likely, yeah, I'd have something just flew out of sense. The first thing on my mind, wouldn't have thought about it. Probably called her a heifer or a silly so. You know what I mean? Just honestly, I've been like, this heifer done lost her mind, or this another choice word,
yeah.
and I'd have probably been like, yeah, absolutely not. Like she ain't got no sense. She
So,
don't know no better.
and what I was gonna say is, I wonder what went on in his mind at that time. That is a very grand gesture. I don't care
Yeah,
who you are,
yeah.
trunk, whoever. You understand? You could be the trunk or the trunk. Either way,
Baby, listen.
it is a grand gesture.
Mm-hmm.
Billionaire, whoever, it is a grand gesture. And I think not only that, very unique, very untypical. So it spoke a lot about him being able to go outside of the box. And again, like I said, his intention. Um, I know we talked about the female and her response, but I really wish we had some men on. Can somebody tag a man or two or three or four? Um, and I really would like to know what his opinion is. You know what he felt in that moment. I know what we know as females. Look, you see, I ain't even thought about what I would say.
I don't. Man, I'm telling you, I will walk away. Personally, I would. The best thing for me to do at that moment to not be rude and disrespectful is to literally walk
I
away.
would want to walk away.
Like, you know what? We can continue this discussion later.
See, that's why I need you in my life.
Or better yet, how about, you know what, honey? God bless you and go on by my business.
But here's the thing we ain't talking
God
about.
bless you. Because if you do a gesture like that, whether you with them or not, you wanted them to be debt free. Like, let's just you wanted this person to be
Okay, I see
debt
where you're
free,
going
a
with that.
blessing.
I
So I
definitely,
might just walk away. We ain't even got nothing else to talk about.
you know what I thought?
For real. Because, okay, let's say that was a gesture to somebody, like the lady a while ago that gave her boyfriend a apartment building, gave him some property so that he could have, you know what I'm saying, income, consistent income on top of his job. And when he would have said he'd have rather had a watch, yeah, dog, on live. Absolutely. I'd have walked away.
Yeah. Now,
Personally, I don't even got time to help you catch up. Okay, I got to go. I ain't got time to help you catch up.
I got to go. Listen,
I got
those
to
are
go.
two. I'm praying in the apartment building scenario. Those are two total different scenarios. Meaning, I'm gonna ungive you this building. If she didn't dot her eyes and cross her, let me ungive that building and give you this little watch, right? And go about my business.
Because if that's what I really wanted to do with you, and you mess it up, and you learn this lesson 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now, like, damn, like they really gave me something. Like they gave me something way more valuable.
I'm here to give the people what they want. You want to watch? I'm gonna ungive you the building, and I'm gonna give you a whole watch.
Absolutely not. Because who's to say? Now, see, if I done bought some apartment buildings, so you know what I'm saying. It depends on how much it costs. But what I'm not going to do is going to buy you a $10,000, $20,000 watch just because that's what you would rather.
No,
absolutely not.
I was going to Walmart. I was definitely going
to Also, you was gonna be petty?
No.
That is petty.
You didn't
listen. If they said
you don't want no $10,000 watch, because if you did, you would have understood what this here apartment building meant when I gave it to you.
Exactly. That's why my answer is I don't have time to help you understand.
Right. So I'm here to give the people what they want. You want a watch? I'm gonna give you a watch. But in the case of this student loan, you know what we need to talk about? But I thought about it when I seen it a while ago. Can he get a refund? He can't get a refund. I'm sorry. It's not funny. This man can't get a refund. Not. And so in that case, when they say, what is she? She's the future $70,000 worth of student loan paying man's wife. That's what she is. Oh, we can get married. I can't get a refund.
Absolutely not.
You can't get a refund.
We are not. We're not getting married.
Oh. That is a very important question.
First,
I want to
first and foremost, I love you. I care about you. I wanted to gift you that. Yeah, I was doing it because I thought we was gonna get married, but again, you your own person. And
I thought you was going somewhere inspiring.
No, and you enlightened me to this is something I need to pay attention to. So I'm gonna have to. What they say? What in the movie Color Purple, where he said, "Up, got to go."
Time to go.
It's time to go. What he say? No, it's time to go. It's time to go. It's like that. What else is there to talk about?
And yeah. That's a real. That's why I had to do this. I had to make this our first September social media.
Like, what is there I don't even understand what else is there to talk about, unless a few weeks later or whatever they thought about it and called. And then we had a conversation.
She didn't understand what that was.
Oh, what's that new thing out right about now? She didn't understand the assignment.
Ooh, you better say it when you say it. What you said.
She didn't understand the assignment.
his anointing
Mm-hmm.
required somebody that matched his assignment. Okay, period.
Hello.
And
Yeah.
that she didn't understand. And,
Uh-uh.
and and not to throw
But
her away. I'm
this
just
is
hoping and
great for
praying.
learning though. Like I love this conversation because like a lot of people. That's why I would say it's time. Hey, I don't care how much you love a man. Like it. That's no.
Yeah.
With the female that got the apartment building, and with you know what I'm saying. That's like somebody buying you an apartment building. You know, you got 4 units.
Yeah.
That's however much coming in every month. Say
And
they're
it
already
goes,
full, whatever, and
and it
you
goes,
say
yeah,
you're in that, or say you are behind. Well, guess what? They just helped you out. They didn't give you the cash per se,
absolutely.
but
And it
they
goes back,
instead of feeding you today, they made sure you can feed yourself for the next 50 years.
and you just made me remember two topics, previous show topics we did.
Mm-hmm.
One is the dating with a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
This is a major red flag on, you know what I'm saying? Two, it's one thing to be on different levels, you know what I'm saying? But it is a whole different ball game when you are on when you have two total different mindsets about things. I may not understand something and I got to grow to understand this thing, but that the mentality in this situation alone, it's just so many flags for him. You know what I mean?
It's
And
most definitely character.
right.
At the end of the day, it's
Yes.
flat
And
out
so
their character.
flat out character. This is what she values, period. And there ain't nothing wrong with it. Like I said, that's who she is. But then also it brought me back to the audacity. You know,
The audacity, huh?
baby.
Listen.
Yeah, the
Well,
audacity. And And when I put those two together, the dating with the purpose, these are things that people miss. You know what I mean? In the beginning, these are flags. And I guess for him, it may be a deal breaker for you. It may be a deal breaker for me. It may be a deal breaker for this other guy, Joe Blow or whoever. It may not be a deal breaker for him. It
I,
may be something that he's willing to put in the work. You know what I'm saying? And possibly see if he could change her mindset about it. You know, again, you got to understand a lot of us were never taught about the importance of having or being intentional about your credit. We lived
yeah.
in the moment, especially our generation. We're microwave generation. You know what I mean? We wanted everything, you know what I'm saying?
Instant gratification.
And so she's probably like, listen, I could pay them off over time. I can keep deferring them and put them in forbearance. Right now, I need the bling bling for my homegirls, or I need a cute, social media picture. Who knows? But paparazzi got some really cute social media pictures for your rings too, boo. Just anybody out there in this scenario, I just want you to know $5. But I'm being silly, y'all. But for real, but who knows the mindset? So it may be somebody that he's willing to invest in, not to discourage anybody that has really been in this scenario, because like I said, I actually had a friend that this was her thing. The ring and the cost of the ring meant everything to her. For me, the marriage, the duration of the marriage, you understand,
Mm-hmm.
and becoming one, that one circle of life that this, this ring signifies, this that hey, I'm here for that. You know what I'm saying? And again, trial and error. God, we
Mhm.
bumped our head so many times. You know what I mean? Up and down and all around. But at the end of the day, that ring is the least important. If you ever been married, if you are married now, that ring is the least important. All BS aside, period. It's just not. And again, to each his own. But that's not the. She started all the way with the wrong mindset, and bless his heart. I really pray for that situation if it was a real life scenario situation. And yeah, for real. Like, I'm serious. I wouldn't want to enter into.
Oh, they absolutely not. That's when the elders or whomever around tell them, no, baby,
Yeah.
baby, we just
What you say they do? Nah,
they
baby.
need to be like, no, baby,
Baby. Mm-mm,
baby, no.
mm-mm, mm-mm. But again,
This ain't what you want.
what you say?
This ain't what you want.
This ain't Pip said. This ain't what you want. Mm-mm. This ain't what
Absolutely
you
not.
want.
This ain't what you want
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
I mean, just the scenario. I
yeah,
mean, yeah, it could have been just a reaction for the proposal because they were expecting a ring, or this is how they thought it always should go. But at the same
yeah,
time, you know,
yeah. No, 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 no.
no.
And I can even say that, like I said, being transparent about myself. Everybody knows, like, I go hard when it comes to building businesses. I'm very intentional about being credit educated, financially educated. I'm
Mhm.
constantly learning. I'm constantly making mistakes and literally tripping, bumping my head back against the wall, all of that. And I will honestly say that if I put myself in that scenario, my businesses and building a solid foundation for my lineage, my grandbabies and their children, and children's children, or what have you, my children, all of that has been like such a drive, a moving force in my life that has had me so fixated on that. Even that has been my recent place that I've had to find a place of God had to put me in a place of solitude to be able to even get that into proper, the proper perspective. Because
Mhm.
again, if you understand marriage and what it takes, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
You have to have a balance that never, not the ring, not the wedding, not anything, not your businesses, not your hobbies, whatever it is, nothing trumps that. You know what I'm saying? It's about doing things decent and in order. And so I really truly believe, you know what I'm saying, that he came out the gate
Mhm.
decent and in order.
What they say? What they say? He was in it to win it.
He,
He wasn't playing
I'm
no
like,
game. No.
that was one of those that made me be like, when I
Mhm.
first read it, like, ooh, boo boo kitty, no, baby, no.
Mhm.
I'm not asking for nothing else after that. Okay, let me stop lying. I'm gonna ask for something else after that, but I'm not gonna say thank you, but I still want a ring. You tell me this is what you're giving me in place of the ring, it's a done deal. And matter of fact, can we take this paid off loan that's in place of this ring, go to the courthouse and make this official? Cause you it. That's how I see it. You understand
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You him for me. $70,000 worth of paid off student loan. I'll take it any day. So I just, ooh, babies, if y'all listening, if y'all watching, don't ever let this be you, okay? Don't try this at home. We the after school special, right? I tell my kids
Right.
that all the time. I'm there.
Right. Like, oh, don't do no.
Don't try
Don't
this
try this
at
at
home.
home.
You got somebody that will pay off your student loans. I do. Okay, baby. Look, Lyric said yes. Yes, Charlie. See, that's me right there.
Yeah.
I do. Say it with me. I do. Right now. Not now, but now. Like to yesterday, to now. Yes, I
Yeah.
do. Please, because um he values your future and your future together. He's building right. I mean, he
Mhm.
laid a foundation that you all can
There it is.
off of.
Yes.
And we always got to throw in that devil's advocate thing because we got men that want to, we got men too that we love. So if the shoe was on the other foot, because we live in a day and age in 2021 where you actually have women that propose, it's the same thing. And she's laying a foundation that you all, because sometimes it may be that other way around. Let's take this scenario and say it was a woman that paid off a man's student loan. She's still laying a foundation. And as a
Hmm.
man, understand that even though she laid that foundation, it's not to intimidate you or make you feel as if, you know what I mean, she came harder than you're able to meet the standard of what she's saying is, we in this together. Like we going, I'm going, we going. You know what I mean? And I mention this all the time because it was just one of the
That
best.
whole provider thing is just
I was drinking my water.
it just makes me sigh. That's all. It just
I was drinking my water. I'm sorry. My nose.
mhm.
But but yeah. And that's something that I would love. And we'll have to actually, do a show on that. There's I really want to do a couple of different ones for our social media month
Mhm.
where um was it Mr. Amari? This man's
Mhm.
gonna choke me about botching his name up because I can't. I see it in my head, but the author, he does a lot of them, and just different little quotes from his book and
Mhm.
excerpts from his book, and he talks about that. And I think it's something that we really need to take a look at. I am, yeah, I'm not. Uh, Today, I have a very unbiased mindset about it, meaning I want to learn what it means in 2021, um, on both angles, both sides.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, but to the statement that I was saying, um,
Mhm.
I think that, we have to see in society, we have to understand that we are living in a day and age where women are laying foundations. Or yeah, their own foundation. And you may propose to a woman who has a foundation. You may marry somebody, whatever, date someone that has a foundation. And
Mhm.
I just wonder, if there's a level of intimidation. And I remember,
I think it's I think it could be intimidation at the same time, but I also think we got this thing all wrong because we're not our grandparents. They was getting married before they was 15, 16 years old, having kids, and then a woman was in the house. You know what I'm saying? But when you are living in a day and age now where you can run across your helpmeet and they can be bringing to the table what you bring into the table.
yeah,
How do we combine this and go from there
yeah,
without it looking like well this I'm supposed to do this and you're supposed to do that? No, you're two everybody's different. You're two different people. Like how are we gonna make this work
right.
for us?
Yeah.
You know
And
what I
I
mean?
think I really honestly think, and you just made me go back to the actual topic and something that I don't know if we talked about or considered, but she may have been someone that, who knows, you know what I mean? I got jewelry that costs more than this, you know what I'm saying? Or I actually, who knows, she could have just graduated, her 6 months ain't up, she could have just graduated college. I could pay my own 70,000. Who knows, her
What the
mindset.
scenario is.
But again, back to what you were saying about us not being our grandparents, but there were, like, the saying, some things, if it's not broke, don't fix
Don't
it.
fix it. Yeah.
There still has to be a way that we can get back to not our new way, like they say this is the new norm. No, God, what about the God norm? You understand? He has
Oh no,
predestined every last one of us for a purpose and an assignment. And when
that's
we
what I'm talking about though. Like I'm not
exactly,
saying that we don't have like it's not decent and in order, but that's like you said earlier, like we done already said, that's one of the moments where it's no. There can't be a bigger red flag. You walk away. I don't care how much you cry. Your little feelings gonna be hurt. Your little pride gonna be hurt. Yes, but at the end of the day, with that scenario, you walk away. Cause what else can pop up in within your life and it be something like that?
yeah,
Well, this is okay, but I still want this.
yeah. And
I accept
again,
this, but I still want this. Like that's a smack in the face. That's what it is.
and I would even say there are, and I'm just trying to go back to some comments. And again, this is a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
There are women that say, okay, it's women like her that makes it hard for women like me, or, they set a bad tone for women like me. And my thing is, again, I think it's just getting back to the core and the root of, what we were designed and predestined for. Help me does not mean you are sitting back watching Love and Hip Hop or Housewives or Orange Beach or whoever it is. You know what I mean? Twiddling your thumbs, waiting for this man to continue that $70,000 trend that he started. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't understand what it was, because that could be taken that way as well. Oh, okay, so you paying $70,000 in student loans. Mindset, oh, I got me one, he taking care of me, you know what I mean, and you don't have anything to bring to the table. This ain't that. This is, you take that $70,000, putting things in perspective, in my opinion, men and women,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, provision, provider, and help meet. You take that $70,000, and as the Proverbs 31 woman would do, you flip that thing. You take his little. You understand it considered, and I'm saying spiritually. You take that little and you turn it into a lot. That's what I feel like. You know what I mean? I would love to see that scenario turn out to be something like that, and I believe that's why he invested in her the way he did, in them, in their future,
Mm-hmm.
because it's something that and I remember, just talking to my husband
Because
recently.
when we're talking about bringing something to the table, let's say that let's go a little deeper with this thing. Now,
Okay.
let's say that you meet somebody. Again, we talking about mindset. Let's
Uh-huh.
say that you have a young lady over here that I guess you would say would appreciate it, but doesn't have. I guess you would say everything this young lady has. She hasn't graduated from
Uh-huh.
college yet. She doesn't have $70,000 in debt. She doesn't have everything that society says, but
Uh-huh.
she would appreciate everything that you're doing for her. And at the same time, she's the helpmate that can bring something to the table. Or he's the helpmate that can bring something to the table.
I'm sorry, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. Can you hear
Yeah, and
me?
so when I mean by bringing something to the table, like just somebody who you can actually, what the gesture was in the beginning, somebody you can build with, somebody that's gonna take that gesture and make something happen with it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And again, you have people that when we say build, it doesn't mean um oh, I'm gonna go be an entrepreneur. I'm gonna go take this, now 750, 730, who knows what it might have brought her up to, but I know it's $70,000 worth of paid off loans on her credit. So I'm gonna go take this credit and I'm gonna go randomly just do something. No, but it is a way for you all to, you know what I mean, build together. It's a great start.
Yeah.
Man, it's a great start. And just think that, and I'm being hypothetical, but I'm also, I mean, in this scenario, but I'm also being literal in
Hmm.
real life, for everybody that's watching. Just imagine if my niece, Wayana, literally just gave me this idea. She said, every time I decide to go out to eat, I'm going to pull up like I'm finna order. She said, and whatever I would spend there, I'm going to go put it away in my savings. Imagine if every time we went to do something, our spend money on something that we technically didn't have to have, it's a want.
Yeah.
We made that same decision to put $20, $25 and pay off something on our credit. Just imagine. Because if you seen I was gonna say our, but he would show probably pop up on this live and be like, no ma'am, ham or the turkey. My out to eat, my takeout ticket yearly is bonkers, especially since I've had the retail store. I didn't paid off pretty much half of my credit, half of my debt. Let me say that. If I took all of what I spend annually on takeout and
Hmm.
applied it towards my credit. No cap. I pretty much paid 50% of my debt. That's bonkers. I ain't got that much debt, y'all, but still, you know what I mean? I really would. I got debt, but I really would. And this is my niece. And I was like, you own to something, boo. So
Right.
I'm so amazed and I'm grateful for, our young lives, especially with that kind of mindset. You know what
Hmm.
I mean? But they also value these things of our grandparents. They understand that while I can contribute and I can be a helpmeet and I can do these things myself, I absolutely want a man that is here to provide and protect. And in this scenario, he did both.
Yeah.
We talked about the
Okay.
provision, but he
Yeah.
also protected her
Yeah. Oh
right off
man,
the
make
bat.
no mistake about it. Guess what? He understood the assignment.
Hey, he
Period.
he
He
protected
understands. He
her.
understands the assignment. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. He
Yeah,
understands the
yeah.
assignment.
And I believe there are so many, especially, I'm going to start, of course, with our species, women. There's so many women that I know in my circle, because it's the way my circle's cut. Man would appreciate that so much, would value that
Yeah.
so much. Even a snippet of that. What they say, a tanch of that, third of that. They would value that so much. You know what
Hmm.
I mean? Um and more importantly, there's also men out there that if they could, they would do something like that. And we don't want to take away the fact that because a man may not be able to pay off $70,000 worth of debt, ladies, pay attention to his intention. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? If he's asking about your credit, if he's asking about your debt, if he's asking about, hey, are willing to sit down and say, hey, let's come up with a budget, let's come up with a plan where we can see financial freedom. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be with you being an entrepreneur. I think everybody thinks financial freedom has to come by way of being an entrepreneur, but not everybody actually is business minded. You know, it's not for everybody. Oh, Jesus. Cross eyed on that. Oh, it's not for everybody, but you can take your 9 to 5 and make better and wiser financial decisions that still, accomplishes the same goal, collectively as a unit
Yeah.
by again being intentional. But it will take both people, which is why I said this is a sticky situation. This was a very good topic, a very sticky topic for me, because we could chop it up till she just don't know, or we could chop it up till she just don't care. You know what I mean? But either way, it's something like you said. Yeah, fall back. Thank you for giving me that. Cause see, I need you in my life to keep me, baby. My
Like
response.
that's immediate fallback. Like ain't nothing else to talk about. You might as well pick up your little bag, get your little feelings in order, shake it on off, figure out how
Yeah.
you gonna shake it off. Because that right there, if that is not
I
one
don't
of
want
the,
to say. I want to
if that
say
is not a huge red flag, man. Like for
it
real,
is
male
definitely
or
a
female.
red
Like
flag.
who has time to make them understand that? And y'all talking about marriage.
Hallelujah.
If
I
y'all ain't
mean,
going to counseling, if y'all ain't having no other conversations, and this is, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like your next decision is, are you willing to work through this? Because this
Thank
is
you.
one of your first flags.
Ooh, I said that. Now that I do remember in my comment when I did comment, I said because it was all about, like, the focus was all completely off for her, for me. And it was like, what is
Mhm.
his next move? And I'm like, he
Yeah.
needs to understand what he's really signing up for. And this is the part where conversation has to take place. He got to understand what you signing up for, because now you're signing up again. Relationships are all about what you are willing, you know what I'm saying, to endure, what you're willing to accept, what you're willing to take. Some people can, some people cannot, but he has to understand that this is the path that he's going to be starting on. That may be the path you put her on to start on, but understand you're going to be doing a whole lot of teaching, raising. You understand? And for lack of better words, let me rephrase that. Pouring into this young lady, or I
Yeah.
gotta say young lady, old lady, whatever name, this woman, you're gonna be doing a lot of pouring into her, because there is absolutely no way that if she was raised or even desired, you understand what I'm saying?
Well,
If
not even raised or even desire. Is she teachable?
No, but I'm saying if she already had this knowledge to understand what he did,
Yeah.
that I'm sorry, you can't make me believe that would have been her response. So we're
Well,
gonna
that's what I'm
determine that
saying.
she
Is she teachable? Is she? You know what I'm saying? It's one
every
thing for
he
somebody to
learned
look the part, talk the part, and want to play the part, but are they teachable? Can you once y'all connect? Can you make it? Can
yeah,
you get there?
can you get there? And again, like I said, it's levels to this. People are unique and uniquely designed, and you know what I mean. We grow at a different pace. I understand that, but
Mhm.
I always say I can work with a try. You give me a try, you give me a will, I can work. God can work with will. I gotta work with will. I can work with a try. But somebody whose mindset is just that set, night night knuckle. Cause and allowing yourself, and
Oh,
that's
have mercy.
why the listen, the old me, those that know me, that go by Cooley, she dead, y'all. I had a duct tape, I had a duct tape to a tree, her mouth duct tape, her hands duct tape for a long time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just realized she gotta die. She had to
Oh
die.
man,
I had to kill her.
tell me
Because
about it.
her response would have been good and ignorant if I was him. Just ignorant.
Yeah.
But see, Gwendolyn, Queen G, who I will to be, who I'm learning and I'm accepting
Hmm.
her mindset, my mindset, our mindset would be to at least try the teachable. You understand, the understanding that we come from different walks of life. Maybe, and I got to use the male scenario. I'm tired of the female. So just maybe he didn't understand what it was. Maybe he didn't really, and some people don't. It's just like, paid off my student loans. I don't care about that. Because some people are raised that way, not to really care about your credit. You understand? So
Not
benefit,
even raised that way. Some people are just that damn self-centered and selfish. Like, let's just
they,
call it what it is. Let's not even.
well we got those people, and that's who we've been talking about,
Yeah,
those people. But I want to talk about
you can't. You
literally
cannot care about your credit, but still at the same time, that's
it's
still very selfish because
baby
you're just saying,
common
if
sense.
you're not giving me what don't, if you're not giving me what I want, I don't care anyway. It wouldn't matter what it was at that point in time.
Yeah, but baby, common sense is not as common as we like to think it is.
Well,
It
thank
ain't.
God I got some.
Huh?
I'm glad he
Come
sprinkled
on,
a little on
come
me.
on, come on, Jesus. We was coming in a
I'm
Honda.
so glad he sprinkled
Yes.
just a little bit on me, baby. Listen.
Yes, ma'am. It is not as common as we would like for it to be. And even as much as I listen, even just nowadays looking at the next generation, I just be like, my God. You know what I mean? Not all y'all, because like I said, I just mentioned some. My babies was on here, they get it. My niece, you know what I'm saying? She get it. But then it's some that be like, baby, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Common sense ain't as common as we would like for it to be.
That's when somebody needs to be praying for him. Somebody needs to be in their prayer closet for
Yeah,
him. Talking about,
yeah.
oh, Lord help them. Because they
I
just don't
understand.
get it.
Um, and where the happy medium that I'm trying to have here
Hmm.
is that, my favorite quote by Malcolm X is, there once was a time where I didn't know what I now know, or what I know now. You know what I mean? And if I'm quoting, there once was a time basically where you didn't know what you know now. And so that statement alone, I've had to really um, revisit several times recently, because it's a humbling statement. But again, you've got to be able to really pray that God allows you, you know what I'm saying, to be able to discern, like you said, if a person is teachable, if a person is willing to, worth investing in, even the wait, for them to grow to that certain point, for
Hmm.
them to be able to evolve and their mindset to shift. Like, we've been in a shift lately. You know what I mean? I don't know if you felt it. I felt it.
Yeah.
But we've been in a shift lately. And how everybody is able to perceive it. You have some people that's just like fear and oh my God, and it's crazy, and oh my God, you know what I mean? But we like, God, whatever. Then there are those of us. Let me say that. That's like, listen, God, whatever you doing, I'm trying to be on the right side. You know what I mean?
Listen.
We ain't got time for fear. All we got time for is getting some straightening. Get right.
Yeah.
But then you have again, so I don't know that there's a right or wrong. It's just, you know what I mean? It depends on, again, your perspective and how you see it. But I just pray
And
that my
it's
circle,
just like a right or wrong for you. Like it's like,
yeah.
okay, you want something, you want it really bad and you get it, but
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Like the perfect scenario. Oh, I want this $70,000 ring, but instead
Hmm.
of giving you $70,000 ring, I pay out $70,000 worth of that for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It ain't what you wanted, but it's what you needed.
Come on.
You might
What
not
you
understand it
need.
right now. It's not
I
what you
don't think we
wanted, but
said
it's
that
what
this
you
whole set.
need
It's what
at the
you
moment. Guess
need.
what? You know how many what let's say $70,000 in debt? Man, they gonna want you to pay what? Anywhere from 4 to 6, 7,000. I mean, anywhere from $400 to $700 a month for that. What type of debt?
And
That's
depending
what's
on,
gonna come out your pocket until it's paid
yeah,
off.
depending on the interest. Yeah.
Yeah,
Depending on the interest.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And again, she may see it as something where the most of the student loans, you can defer it, you can put it in forbearance,
yeah.
but if you can pay it off, baby, pay it off.
Hmm.
Because these people is trying to make me look at January and September, and I am just like, please give us free. Go fast. Give us free. Give us free. Give us free.
Man, tell me about it. Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It ain't no, and I don't care what it is. If you had to take out a loan to get it, student loan to get it, certificate, degree, associates, bachelor's, whatever it is, they want their money on time.
man, tell me
We got
about
to
it.
figure out a thing. It has been absolutely amazing. I am looking forward. We got to go through. And like I said, thank y'all for watching. I know we have a really late show.
Yes.
So I appreciate everybody that's watching. I appreciate you bearing with me through these sneezing episodes and all this congestion and all that. Simply Ray, you my girl. I love you. You my sis. Um, Thank you for riding this out with me. I absolutely love this. I think this season, this month, or whatever, we're gonna probably do a full 30 days. So since today was the first show, we're gonna stretch it out. I want to do at least 30 days of this. Being able to just take different topics on social media. That's where everybody's at, and be able to discuss it, talk about it. This one really stuck out to me because I think it's a great way of being able to shine some light on very important topics that we as a community really need to pay attention to and focus on.
Hmm.
One being your credit is a big deal.
Yeah.
I'm in retail business, and
Yeah.
banks are limiting how many times the retail stores can get cash for their cash drawers. So this is a real thing. We are moving away from paper. We're moving to numbers, that digital numbers. I'll put it like that. That is your credit, that is card, that is Bitcoin, that is all those things that nobody wants to really have a conversation about, but it's happening. And again, just like this shift that God is doing, we want to be on the side that's right. You know what I mean? It's not about,
Because I mean, I don't even think a lot of people since we done went there. Let's go. I don't
yeah, yeah.
like this is 2021. How many jobs that we have around right now are still going to be around in the next 8 or 9 years?
Nope. Technically, technically, technical is taking over
Yeah.
the tech era. You know what I'm saying? I think I just seen where Cadillac just came out with an electric car.
Hmm.
We already know, we got the Tesla, But I mean, and God knows however many more is out there. Y'all know I'm not a car girl. I just listen. Is it safe? Is it cheap on gas? Period. Is it reliable?
You hear me? It doesn't give me where. Look,
Safe,
I
cheap on
like
gas,
my little
reliable.
car because
Period.
I wouldn't have chose it in a million. I wouldn't have chose no tagline in a million years. And I
Yes.
done had this little vehicle almost 2 years now. Yeah, 2 years, and I love it.
Yeah.
Perfect,
Yeah.
perfect for me right now, considering where I'm at in life, everything I got going on. Perfect,
And we're just going digital.
perfect.
It's just it is what it is. Again, people don't read they word. Whatever your word is, our word revelations, read it. It's happening, whether we like it or not. You know what I'm saying? And we really whether I mean, hey, old school, you won't put your money up under your mattress or bury it in the backyard or whatever, like our great grandparents or our grandparents did, go right ahead. But either way, prepare. That just hit me. Prepare. And that's what we have to do. I know, people are constantly seeing me like, what is she doing now? What is she doing now? What is she doing now? Multiple streams of income, being able to have something to fall back on. I never in a million years, you hear people saying, I wouldn't really invest in a retail store. We could go, the economy, we could go into a recession. And I'm like, what are the chances of that? The chances are 4 months after my biggest investment, we went into a recession, a pandemic hit. Who knew? Who thunk it? But it happened. You know what I mean? And while God has blessed me, He really has, to be able to say that November will be 2 years, but there were still other safety nets that needed to be put in place. You know what I mean? There were safety nets that God had prepared me for, that it really wasn't just moving like that. And then pandemic hit. This doesn't seem like a great idea, but remote call center booming. You know what I'm saying? Online store, Amazon store. Like, these are so many things that wisdom will teach you. Go where, you know what I'm saying, our economy and technology is evolving.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's just wisdom. We have to be prepared. I was not prepared for a pandemic, but God. You know what I'm saying?
Tell
But
me
now,
about it, cause
right.
I was good. I don't mind being chilling. I was look. I was so
Listen.
thank. It was God for me. Thank you. I
Yeah.
was cool. None of that. Some. I didn't go through a lot of the things that some people did being in the house for almost.
Yes. And that's a blessing in itself. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And so it's just one of those things. Whatever your thing is, just make sure that your thing is solid. If you are somebody that is working and you're looking into retiring and all of that, it's we're in a day and age now where, um again, back to the topic, you know what I'm saying, look at your credit, see where you are. When you get a new job and you sign up for the life insurance and you sign up, make sure you understand the difference in term and whole life. And you sign up and they're taking all this money out for your 401k. It's a great idea to find out where your status is right now and what your 401k look like. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Understand what your retirement plan looks like. Again, it's just a matter of planning. And this topic did open up just so many different, avenues of much needed, for me, conversation that we as a community, as family, as a household, we need to have. Because thank God, our village is full of many gifts and talents. You know what I mean? And we were able to activate them. I said it before and I'll say it again. This pandemic has brought out more African American entrepreneurship you know what I mean, than ever in the history of my living I've ever seen. But now moving forward, it's how we go about everything. We have to be strategic and make our next move our best move. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? And it's just as simple as if we stay ready, we don't have to get ready. I
Say
believe,
that.
yeah, I really believe that a gesture like that was definitely just future protection,
Yeah.
future provision. You know what I mean? It's not a right now gratification of some bling bling on your finger. And I really want,
At this, let's just say, because he asked her to marry him, so I mean, just for the sake of saying it this way, he knew her. Instead of giving her what she wanted, he gave her what she needed. For the
yep,
most part, he knew this woman. He knew that she would have
yep.
rather had a ring,
And let me tell you
and
how,
vice versa. It could be the other way around. She, for the most part, would know that her man would rather have something else versus this is how, like, this is the next, this is how we finna move this chess piece.
yeah. And something that I can really relate to this on a different level, of
Mm-hmm.
course, but and again, I'll use me and my husband's scenario. I'll try to use real life scenarios, and I'm doing this safely, meaning
Mm-hmm.
I know he's not here, but he would be okay. And the thing is I truly wanted to make these investments, and I wanted, you know what I mean, us to dive head in. So where, I am the one that has the vision, I'm able to execute and all of that. Corey is the thinker. You know what I'm saying? He's the analyzer. He is just the whole one that's got to analyze. And I didn't really understand why he was a little reluctant. He's one of those that, what if, what if, what if, what if, what if. So I didn't understand why he was really reluctant. I'm like, we business owners, babe. Let's do this. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. But somebody had to have the discernment that I wasn't able to foresee and prepare for the reality of me saying, what are the chances? You know what I mean? And so where we're balanced now is he's like, listen, we got 1 to 5 years for any business. The statistics is to sink or swim. You build and I'm a maintain. You see that? And so he kept his 9 to 5. Of course, he would much rather be over here. You know what I mean? But the reality is that if anything happens, like a pandemic, you understand, we're still able to maintain.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So we have a case of basically a balance where there is building for us, you know what I'm saying? And then there's doing what we have to do so that we can do what we want to do.
Yeah.
Balance. I didn't get that until recently. And like I said, God had to put me in a place of solitude, but I was like, okay, God, okay, okay. It makes sense. My desire and my will to understand, going back to the topic, what this man was doing that I didn't understand,
Mm-hmm.
God was able to reveal it to me in due time. You know what I'm saying? Where I was able, he brought it full circle, and I was able to make it make sense. And so again, in all things, you know what I mean, we just want to be able to seek wisdom, listen to your spirit, man. Trust this man that you didn't, like you said, you didn't been with him. He's engaged to you. He asked you to marry him. So you know enough about him, and he knows enough about her to where
Mm-hmm.
may not, I love how you said that, Simply Lorraine, may not be what you want, but it's absolutely what you need.
Yeah.
I don't want my husband working third shift, first shift, second shift, a shift. But it's what we need. It's wise. You know what I'm saying? It's wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? In order for us to know it that he can 100% come over to the family business, we need this 1 to 5 years to see what we do in all of them. So it's just a balance. You know what I'm saying? But I have to trust that
Mm-hmm.
he's actually making a decision that's going to be one of leadership, you know what I'm saying? And one that,
Now we talking.
yeah,
Now we talking. There it is.
yeah,
Leadership. Why
leadership.
didn't it take us almost 2 hours to get there?
Hey, we going where we go when we go. We having a little
Yes, but for real, like there it is, leadership. Under accepting.
absolutely. Yeah,
Hey, he understood the assignment.
he understood. I didn't. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't.
But you had, like you said, you had to, he revealed it to you when you
I
were able to
understood it to
receive
a
it.
certain, yeah, to a certain
Well,
extent. I
because you
did.
expected it to work a certain way
Yeah, 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 yeah,
until you were willing to, okay, let me assess the situation. Let me see what's going on. And then
yeah.
you could see, oh, okay, I understand.
And again, like I said, it's just again upbringing sometimes, you know what I mean? When I say upbringing, I'm talking about being cut from different cloths. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Um I come from a family of hustlers. You know what I mean? Men, women, children, granny, we get it. I'm just playing. But mostly for real, we all
Yeah.
hustle. But I also come from a family of hardworking women. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? And so sometimes, it's just, say for instance, you come from a family that all you know is being able to work. You know what I mean? And you may not know anything else about credit. You may not know anything else about, you know, retirement funds. You may not know anything other than just work and pay your bills. People come from a different, everybody comes from different walks of life, but in this situation, in this scenario, that's where coming together and creating, like you said in the very beginning, and I'm just trying to sum it up, being able to come together and create, you know what I mean, your own tradition, as far as this is what works for us, but
Hmm.
the foundation has to always be, it, in my opinion, but it's the truth, God. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I thank God that both of us have that in us. I don't say we act like it all the time, but we got it in us enough that, our relationship with him, he's able to still grow us up in these things that we lack. You know what I mean? And show us where he brought us together to give us balance. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
This is my lane, that's his lane, but both of the lanes together make a solid lane. And
Hmm.
she's got to understand that. We don't know what she offers. We only kind of got a one-sided,
Yeah, of course, that's how everything is. Just, well, what if this happened? Then what's wrong with her?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
things aren't that. I mean,
Black and
things
white.
aren't
It
that black
ain't.
and white.
It ain't that black
Absolutely
and white.
not.
It ain't that black and
It's
white.
not, because that's not a right or wrong type of scenario. It's who you're dealing with. You know what I mean? Like, what's really going on?
And that's why I really had to use my marriage as an example, because again, you know what I'm saying, ain't nobody wrong, but ain't nobody right. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a matter of, there's areas that I needed to grow and again completely change my mindset. You know what I mean? And there are areas where he had to grow and completely change his mindset. And again, I think that if we knew what her mindset might have been, other than the fact that all we know is she was like, "Yep, thank you, but I still want a ring." She didn't say it had to be an expensive ring. It could have been a $20 ring. It could have just been, something that says, "Hey, I'm taken." You know what I'm saying? And you gonna wear a ring that
It
says
could have look. It could have been a wedding band, straight up.
it could have been a band. It could have been the little rubber rings that people wear now.
Yeah.
It could have been anything. So we don't really know when she says, "Hey, I love it, I like it, but I still want a ring." Because I'm not gonna even lie to you. What I didn't say, I did lie. Well, I ain't lie. I left it out. But before we ended the show, I was like, "No, we don't have to have a ring. I'm good. We're good. We're big. I'm cool." Corey was like, "No, we gonna get them. No, we get no. I want rings." He really did. I
Uh-huh.
promise you, if he was on here, he would say, "No, I wanted a ring." It wasn't for the you know what I mean, shallow bling bling showing off, big rock or none of that. It was just again, he's very biblically sound and he
Mhm.
understands what it means.
Mhm.
But he was like, "No, I want a ring." So I was like, "Okay, cool. We can go get one." You know what I mean? We go. It's fine. Like, you want to get a ring, we can get a ring. But I didn't have to have it. You know what I mean? Because again, I got you, baby. You know what I mean? And then that was it.
Yeah.
I was cool with that. I was okay with that. So thank you guys that stay with us tonight. Please like and share.
Yes.
Um, Especially if you guys come back over and do this. And watch the show. Um, this is going to be a really fun month. I made it. I made it. Yeah, boo boo. And
Yeah,
this
we
little
did.
baby is sleep. Jesus. We is coming in a Hyundai. Come on, baby. He sleep. He sleep. He sleep.
Is
Hallelujah.
it? I know he got off of quiet.
He did really good. I am
He did.
so oh man, he did
Susu did
really good.
great.
Thank God for Jesus. He did good tonight. As I was just like, Lord, how's we gonna do this? But we gonna get it done. So he did good. Thank you, Susu. Grandma love you, baby. So next week, nope, we don't know what we're gonna do, but we do know it will be another social media topic. Y'all gotta tag us throughout the week and let us know how if it's something that you think is interesting. I would absolutely love to see what you guys hot topics are, but I'll definitely make sure Simply Ray or me, we will um definitely make sure we post it because this was cool. You like that? You like the
Mhm.
one? I like
Yeah,
that.
that was
I
good.
absolutely loved it. um so we'll be back. It is definitely time for us to skit and daddle. And we'll see you guys next Saturday. Same time, same place. Any closing words, Simply, Lorraine, before
See y'all next time.
y'all next time. I know I gotta get my life together because my energy is usually way, 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 way higher.
Listen, there's just a lot going on right now.
It is a lot going on, but I still, I love this topic. I could keep on talking about it, but I don't want to be redundant in it. So, thank you guys that did come on, family. Thank y'all. You always support us and watch the show. Again, please uh, tag somebody and at least one person and share it so that we can continue to get our numbers up. And we are out of here. Brandon's video that he made is, of course, is the end of the segment, and I hope y'all enjoy it as much as I do every time. Like I've never seen it before. Do you feel the same way?
Yeah, I do. I said, look, watch it.
I just watched the video like, my baby did. He did that. And I just love to see y'all's pictures, like it's everything. So anyhow, y'all stay safe And
Yes.
please stay safe and know that we are praying for everybody to continue to be covered, for God to heal your heart, soothe your heart, for all those who has lost someone to um, this virus. We know that flu season, pneumonia, sinus infection, strep throat, all the other sickness, illnesses, viruses is definitely, the cooler it gets, the season changing. It's getting ready to get real again. Just use wisdom no matter what you believe. I always say that we have our beliefs, but at the end of the day, just be smart. We don't need Uncle Bye Bye or Auntie Kamala. We don't need nobody to shut us down and put restrictions, and just make us use wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Sanitize. Go home. Just it's cuddle season. If you don't have a cuddle and you don't want to be lonely, just listen. Where your pillow at? Listen.
My,
This my baby, y'all.
what you say? Look, that's the A.
I don't want to be lonely. So get your body pillow. Do whatever you gotta do, but just stay home. Get you some chili. It's almost chili season. I just made some fried chili too.
Did you? Oh, we.
Ooh, if I do say so myself. But yes, do what y'all gotta do just to do your part, whatever that is. Um, and I hope this was a blessing to somebody in changing your mindset, because I've had to do that on a different playing field, a different scenario. But either way, it's all right to grow. It's all right to change.
Yes. It's
Meaning to all,
necessary.
it is so necessary.
Like it's essential
Oh,
to life. Going to the
absolutely.
next
Yeah,
level. Like you should not be responding to life.
absolutely. Um,
Let's give it decades here. When you was in your 20s, when you in your 30s, that you should be responding to life like that. When you're a teenager, you should be responding to life like that in your 20s, your 30s, your
believe,
40s, so on and so forth.
yeah.
Responding in the same way is not like at some point there should be growth. And with that comes understanding though. Just
And
taking the time.
I literally a couple of times now I've been in situations, scenarios where I've been able to see, and I'm not talking about like our children young, much older. Just situations and scenarios where it was just really placed on my heart that, number one, recently, God is raising up his daughters. He's calling his daughters, number one. And number two, there's a lot of women that literally need a spiritual mentor.
Mhm.
I have them.
I do too.
I have them.
I've
One
always had them.
marriage,
Yeah.
one that is, well, they're all married. Let me just say that. But they're well, let me say two married, one not, will be. But you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
The one thing that, and you that one. That ain't. But the thing is that they all serve a different purpose in um offering different perspectives in my life, but it's all, for the sake of my marriage, and being able to, you know balance my mindset. You know what I'm saying? Some it's just raw and uncut, and those are days where, when I know I need that, that's where I go to. There
Hmm.
are days where, when I know that I need to hear a word from God, or it came by way of a dream, a vision. I get that. You know what I mean? There are days where I just need confirmation, and I don't even have to say what it is, and I call you and it's like on point. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just, your circle is everything. If you know that you see a situation or somebody in your circle and they're lacking something, God is, do what you got. Bless somebody with the wisdom. You know what I'm saying? With the knowledge that may help them change their mindset about something. That's what I
You got
really
to
do.
be, but hey, you got to be careful about that because that's an assignment as well.
It
Because
is.
look,
Oh,
either they gonna make you bet. Look, either they gonna pull you. Look, either you gonna pull them this way or they're gonna pull you that way. Make sure you try. Hey, make sure you okay with the situation you might get pulled to.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Because
But that's the thing too, and another lesson for me. Not every situation is God calling you to save. Not, let me not say save. It's God calling you to every situation. I'll put it
yeah,
like
very
that.
true.
And again, relationship makes a big deal in that because He'll tell you. We complain a lot about having a heart, forgiving and helping people, and it hurt and it feel like a curse, this and other, and the whole time God ain't told you to do it. So you want to pray about it all, but if something is really tugging on you, because you got just some really selfish people that
Yeah,
it's like, I could, but I won't. You see her struggling, and I've been seeing that a lot, but it's not one that I'm anything I've been called to. You know what I'm saying? Two is not my lane, but I am just like, Lord, this child need a mentor. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? And
But
then
at the same time, they got to be ready for it. You know
they
what I'm
they,
saying?
they
They got to.
absolutely,
You got to be ready for
yeah.
somebody come get all up in your business. And
Hmm.
what I mean, you and I know what
Teachable.
that is.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Like
yeah,
you can get on the phone with somebody, ain't really seen them, ain't really talked to them, haven't told them what's going on with you, and they've been and
yeah,
told you what you done been through in the past 6 months, and you be like, so that's a whole nother type of
yeah.
call. You know what I mean? Like, hey, like,
But still, like I said, it is something that when God is in it, you know what I mean, they'll be ready. You know what I'm saying? You will
mhm,
be ready and just pour. We have got to get to the place where, you know what I mean, we start pouring into each other as daughters of the most high. We
that's
have to be
saying,
able to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because um I think that's the one thing where that's gonna be able to bring us back to that village. Each one teach one. I try my best that as I learn, you know what I mean, that I pour into somebody, that I give
yeah,
something, some information. That's why I love doing this show. Um, and it's important that we actually have these conversations because again we talk all the time, so we could sit on here for hours and do this, you know
right.
but it is important that and it's always been a prayer of mine to be blessed, to be a blessing in any way that I can do that, whether it's spiritually, emotionally, financially, however I can. That to me is me basically answering to my assignment, me doing something good with my life, something pleasing, to God, that's not about me, but it's for somebody else, which gives me joy. You know what I'm saying? And so I know we said we were going to go ahead and wrap it up. I'm going down anyway, but
But
thank
down goes Frazier. Listen, I done yawned about twice, so
listen, it's just all here for me, and I am just like,
yes,
Lord. But God, it's just time for me to, honey, lay down, shut it down, and we're gonna go ahead and get this thing up out of me immediately.
right.
So I love you guys. We love you guys. Meet us back here next Saturday. Thank y'all so much for staying this long and helping us fight through the technical issues. I hate that. Does that not happen to us every time? Whether we on the phone live or whatever,
Man, just worrisome. Oh,
he really coming for you, baby. You got listen. You already know what your listen. You know what it
all
is.
right. I'm
You
already
got
hip.
you already know because every time you go to speak, it's like bloop, 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 bloop,
Yeah.
bloop, bloop. But it's all good.
Like I got a lot to. I guess I got a lot I need to be saying. Well,
Trying to shut you up every time. He's a
mm-hmm.
liar. I love you guys. We love you guys. Meet us back here next Saturday, prayerfully on a whole different, better healing page.
Yes.
Good night.
Good night.
It's a letter to my mama, letter to my best friend. I know your love run deep, it'll never end. She taught me how to cook, she taught me how to clean. My dude's the realest one that is on my team, never ever picking sides. She taught me how to rise, taught me how to be a leader, never ever follow God, son, always follow God. She taught me how to pray, right before I eat, and right before I lay, don't be scared to make mistakes. She taught me that it's human, so I'ma be like Nike, and just do it, anything I wanna do. I know my mama, she gon' ride, yeah. She say never fear no men, only fear God, yeah. So I'ma walk around with my head high in these fear guys. My mama, she gon' be straight, I put that on my God. And I kill 100 niggas before I ever see you cry. I love you, mama. It's a letter to my mama, letter to my best friend. I know your love run deep, it'll never end. She taught me how to cook, she taught me how to clean. My dude's the realest one that is on my team, never ever picking sides. She taught me how to rise, taught me how to be a leader, never ever follow God, son, always follow God. She taught me how to pray, right before I eat, and right before I lay, don't be scared to make mistakes. She taught me that it's human, so I'ma be like Nike, and just do it, anything I wanna do. I know my mama, she gon' ride, yeah. She say never fear no men, only fear God, yeah. So I'ma walk around with my head high in these fear guys. My mama, she gon' be straight, I put that on my God. And I kill 100 niggas before I ever see you cry. I love you, mama. It's a letter to my mama, letter to my best friend. I know your love run deep, it'll never end. She taught me how to cook, she taught me how to clean. My dude's the realest one that is on my team, never ever picking sides. She taught me how to rise, taught me how to be a leader, never ever follow God, son, always follow God. She taught me how to pray, right before I eat, and right before I lay, don't be scared to make mistakes. She taught me that it's human, so I'ma be like Nike, and just do it, anything I wanna do. I know my mama, she gon' ride, yeah. She say never fear no men, only fear God, yeah. So I'ma walk around with my head high in these fear guys. My mama, she gon' be straight, I put that on my God. And I kill 100 niggas before I ever see you cry. I love you, mama. It's a letter